The ghost passageway, yeah.
About every direction possible over the next 300 metres. Unfortunately, what that tends to mean, we lose more people off tours in this part of the cave system than the rest of it put together. Now, surely even I can't lose 8 people. But just in case one of you happens to wander off and I don't notice it, and you do find you've separated yourself from the tour, don't panic. No, well, we do find them in the end. You know, that pile of rags over there with those bones, that must be so-and-so we lost 6 weeks ago. You know, we found them.
Eventually,
yeah. No, people don't stay lost for long, actually. Usually a couple of minutes is the maximum. And then you hear panicked yells.
Well, I'm probably close behind if I don't get lost.
If I don't lose anybody, I go at the pace that suits the slowest, so that we keep everyone together.
you see all the flint there, you can see it. Watch your step. Watch your step. Men's toilets.
Sorry?
That's the well.
Was what the archaeologist William Nichols in 1903, who was the first man to archaeologically survey the place and write a theory on it, put this down as. He was convinced he'd found a hand-dug Roman well. And even though it was in the Saxons, or the Druid section, he said, well, the Romans would have come through these tunnels to get to their major mine workings. And we know they used water in their mining processes. Rather than keep returning all the way to the surface to get water from the
Oh yeah, little step.
Are we boldly going around that has gone before?
It is a ladies' toilet block, Second World War ladies' toilet block. As you can see, there are certain things missing, like toilets, doors. Well, actually, the toilets themselves were chemical ones. It was basically a bucket with a plank over the top of it, filled up with disinfectant.
It's dark and gloomy down there. They're going for a long way, don't they, these tunnels? It's like amazing here, isn't it?
I think I'm still is it Druid or Saxon? I think Druid. Yeah, Druids.
Give everybody a chance to catch me up.
God, it's bumpy.
Sorry?
Oh, it's nice down there, isn't it? It's nice and cool down there. Oh, look, it comes with a big opening there.
Not as cold as he thought it would be. Last time he went to the cave, it was freezing last time he went.
Got to a nice bit now. That's interesting. Wow.
Thousands of years old. It isn't. It was done in 1995. It was done by a young New Zealand girl. She spent 3 years with us. While she was here, she decided she wanted to leave us with a memento. She's a sculptress, so it was the ideal place for her to come and practice that art. And that carving took her just under a year to complete. She worked down here on her own for up to 3 hours most days. It splits down the middle. As you look at it, the right-hand side is the evil side, the left-hand side is the good side. The carvings themselves are taken from different time periods and cultures in history. There is everything up there from ancient Egyptian, Greek, Roman, Chinese, Japanese, Mayan, Etruscan, Saxon, Celtic, medieval, modern day. There's even a little bit of New Zealand Maori carving, all muddled up together. Also, the two spiral things that zigzag down the middle of it. The one that looks like a tree stump is a representation of the tree of life. The other one that looks like some strange octopus's tentacle was a 1995 representation of what they thought a DNA helix looked like. And then just to finish it off, and make sure they couldn't tell anybody this is an old carving, she did the bit right down the front. I'm afraid that is Spider-Man over there on the left-hand side. He's wearing a cloak. That has billowed out behind him and has taken on the shape of the River Thames where it flows around the Isle of Dogs. And in 1995, the only building on the Isle of Dogs of any note, a single square tower of Canary Wharf. So the carving literally can't be any older than that. If you want to get a couple of photos of it, feel free to do so. I'm just going to take a...
That was interesting. There's all the flint there, look. The flint, you see the flint stuck in the wall. You see quite a lot of flint, don't you? It's dark and gloomy down there. It is amazing there, isn't it?
Now you can see why we don't let you down here on your own.
White exploring. Look how deep that tunnel is. It's twists and turns, isn't it?
It's still part of the Druid maze.
Huh?
Still part of the Druid maze?
Oh, yes, we're still in the Druid maze. We're right in the middle of it now.
Oh, wow.
William Nichols, the archaeologist who got the well wrong, although he wasn't actually a bad archaeologist, he did get about 80% of what he wrote correct, but he did make some glorious mistakes, the well being one. He also had flights of fancy. He would discover something and he was determined to prove to everybody that that's what he had. And that's what he did here. Because when William Nichols came in, he found 3 sections to the caves. He called them the outer, inner and remote series. We call them the Saxons, Druids and Romans. And when he got into the remote system, the Druids, where we are now, he found the longest on-running passageway in any of the 3 sections. We can't do it justice, it weaves and it zigzags. But you can physically follow the passageway behind me for nearly 700 metres. Wow. It leads literally from one side of the Druids all the way across to the other. And as William Nichols walked along it, he became convinced he was walking down some form of processional route. Just a gentle tap. I'm about to hit it an awful lot harder. Hopefully it doesn't upset any of the nerves. This is quite assault on the eardrums. Are we ready? One, still, after 3. 1, 2, 3. It sounds like. I'll give it one more go.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Not bad. I didn't actually hit that as hard as I can. I've actually reduced the power a little bit because the little ones can be heard throughout the whole of the 22 miles of the tunnel system. So if you hear that go off again in about 45 minutes' time, A, you'll know where the tour behind us has got to, and B, you'll realise we've lost. We should be able to do a long time before that goes off. This way.
We're following your lead.
I am around, don't worry.
Is there a following? Yeah.
I haven't been lost for 30 odd years.
That was interesting, actually.
There's definitely no trolls or
No, unfortunately,
no goblins.
the only time we get anything like that is Halloween, where we came every other year we do a Halloween scream. Not doing one this year, we did one last year, but yeah, Halloween screams when last year we had 150 zombies wandering the tunnels.